learned at a very young age to earn love and praise by being the helper. And it's a role I played with family, friends, and even partners. And after a while, it felt less about earning and more about my identity. How many of you also struggle with knowing who you are? Are we all just a culmination of the things that family and society told us to be? What to wear, what to look like, how to act, how to behave, what to do with your life. Those are questions I asked myself for a really long time. So if any of you also struggle with people pleasing and trying to figure out who you are, this video is for you. Make sure you stick around because you're going to want to hear this. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to welcome those of you who are new. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bridget and I am a parent and mindset coach. I also have a free Facebook group that I'm going to leave linked down below. So if you're a parent and you're into personal development, make sure you check that out. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful. Comment below what you want to see more from me and make sure to subscribe. I post videos every single Tuesday and Friday. So let's get into the video. Helping others became my identity because to me, it was the only valuable thing I really brought to a relationship. You know, even as a young girl, I was the good one, the helper. And because so many people told me that's who I was, I believed them. And it ended up becoming what I thought was one of the very few personality traits that I had. If I couldn't help or had to ask for help, then what value was I bringing to people? And I think I unconsciously developed this value system for my sense of self-worth. So if I wasn't helping people, I wasn't giving value. And therefore, my self-esteem shot down, my confidence shot down. I had to make sense of this role that I was playing because at the time, for so many years, it felt like that was the only way I could belong, by being the helper. And it was this way of giving rather than receiving that made me make sense of the world. And it kind of doled out the pain for ever having to ask for help. I was never taught to ask for help, so thanks Mom for that one. I was taught to do it all yourself. Never show the world you're struggling, and never ask for help. And so I did it for years and for years. Helping was courageous and compassionate, and asking for help meant that you were struggling. It was a sign of weakness. That's what I was told. But we can only live this way for so long. At some point, we need to ask for help. At some point, we have to stop giving and we have to start receiving. So here's what I learned. When you judge yourself for asking for help, you're judging others who you are helping. When you attach value to giving help, you're attaching value to receiving that help. And the danger of tying your self-worth to giving that help is allowing shame into your life. So offering help, yes, it's courageous and it's compassionate, but so is asking for it. Now I ask for help all the time. Sometimes I think that maybe I ask for help too often, and that's probably because I wasn't asking for it for so many years. I asked for help from my family when I moved out of my mom's house at the ripe age of 16. I asked for help from professors and other students in college when I couldn't understand complex subjects, even though I was terrified to do so. I asked for help from my husband, who is way better at business and technology than I am. I finally asked for help a couple years ago when I knew I needed therapy. I asked for help from my older friends on big life advice. I'm asking more, and I'm recognizing that this is giving value to my life. It's making me understand my own self-worth. So yes, there are many things that I ask for help now, and there are many things that I probably don't ask for help even though I should. But I'm still learning. I'm a work in progress, as we all are. And in fact, one of my daily affirmations when I do make a mistake or fail at something the first time is that I'm still learning. And doing all of this didn't happen overnight. It took stripping back layers and layers of who I thought I was supposed to be, all developed while living for other people and being the helper, and getting vulnerable with what my own emotions and thoughts were at the time. And it was so freeing to finally say yes less and say no more. It was liberating, in fact. The tough part is that after you start making these changes, after you start saying yes less and saying no more, you will probably get some resentment happening in your life because you thought you were giving so much in a relationship, and when you stop, the other person doesn't start to give. So yeah, you resent them for a little bit, but guess what? You find out who your real friends are. You find out who's worth giving that help and who's worth asking for help. And as a recovering people pleaser, every day brings its own new challenges, and I am constantly on the lookout for when I'm living unconsciously, when my boundaries are testing me. What's different now is that I feel way more grounded and less like I'm walking on eggshells, which is a really great feeling. And I've finally gotten control of my power, the power that I really possess. And it's not being a helper. That's not one of my only personality traits, although I do still love to help people. It doesn't define me anymore. Instead, now, I love harder. I say no more often. I ask for help more. And I make sure that in the end, I'm taken care of because I'm worth it. So sometimes figuring out who you are is more so about what you don't want to be first. Then you can start figuring out who you do want to be. Taking the time to focus on you, doing more self-care, saying no more, saying yes less. These are all the things that have really helped me understand who I actually am. Before I end today's video, I just want to quickly announce that spots for that free consult that I'm offering are open. So if you're a parent and you're on your personal development journey, you want to be more confident and have better relationships, this is for you. So I'm going to leave that linked down below and you can secure your spot there. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful and useful as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.